Have you ever gone in to buy a car and then not replied to a single one of the follow-up emails that the salesperson has sent? I have. I remember it well. I went into BMW and I really wanted the M340i. I had the budget for it. It was all lined up. I knew which mod cons I wanted. The guy he was brilliant on the day. He put the black grille on the front for me like I wanted. I had this pain point where I didn't have Apple CarPlay in my old car. He showed me the Apple CarPlay working perfectly. I was in heaven. And then nothing happened. I went away. I received a load of follow-up emails like, "Hi mate, do you want to buy the car? Hi mate, was the car too expensive?" And I found myself on the day really valuing this guy's sales approach. He picked up what I didn't like about my current car, showed me how the car he wanted to sell me had all those things and more, way more. And on the day I thought, this guy's good at what he does. And over time, after receiving those follow-up emails, I started devaluing this guy. He must be desperate. Actually, it turns out there's real science behind this. It turns out that, according to a book written in 1966, great year by the way, by a guy called Jack Brem, and I'll leave the link in the comments. The more human beings feel pressured to do something, the more it impinges upon their perceived freedom, the less likely they are to actually do something, even if they wanted the thing to start with. Also, when we're given too many options, the more options we have, the less clarity we have, and the less clarity we have, the more anxious we feel, and the more anxious we feel, the more likely we are to avoid the task at hand. In my case, I didn't want to have a look at the various finance options and all of this on my own. I chose to do something else. I just wanted the car. But over time, I started thinking, it might just be better if I just keep my current car. It's easier. I think if he'd have set up a next step with me, a call, a meeting, whatever, I would have bought that car. So if we all know as salespeople that we need to set up an agreed next step to get deals done, if the psychology's there to prove it, then why don't we do it? Well, I think it's because of two things, and often they happen at the very same time. So what happens is we jump on a call with a prospect and it goes really well. So A, we get excited. Now the reason it goes really well is often because we run a demo and your technical counterpart will run the demo and they like to talk. And for that reason, it can overrun. What's meant to be a half-hour discussion of the platform becomes an hour-long monologue. So we're left with 5 minutes right at the end of a meeting with very busy people who often have a meeting to jump onto straight after that call to set up the next step. And we're there excited, probably messaging each other saying, oh, they're definitely going to buy. We're really excited about this. It's going to be a great deal. And we say, yeah, I'll send you a proposal. Let me know your thoughts. And then you never hear from them again. You need to set up a next step where you say, we'll review the proposal together live on the call. It's a draft, and then we'll get it right. And then you can then present that internally. That way, your stakeholder has a way of answering any questions when they're actually doing the real selling for you to the actual buyer. If they can go into that meeting with their CFO and the CFO says, well, why do we need this? Here's the answer. It's in the proposal. Why do we need this now? Here's the answer. It's in the proposal. Why can't we get this from a competitor? Here's the answer. It's in the proposal. And you've done your job properly. Sending a proposal and not double checking that you've got that information on there is not the way to do it. So if you're jumping on calls, doing the discovery and this actual pitch part and the demo presentation quite well, and you're getting excited and running out of time at the end, and you're not setting up an agreed next step, you're basically inviting yourself into the same situation that guy at BMW himself into me, which was, done a great job on the day, didn't do the easy bit, lost the deal. So don't do it. Set up the agreed next step, always. And people might say, oh, well, customers really just want to know the price. They want to know the price and they need that straight away. We can't have a time delay between the call and the proposal review call. They need to know the price straight away, otherwise they'll just buy from someone else. Not true. One of my customers said this to me recently. However, they trusted me enough to try this, and it worked. They went on a call and said, we can't give you the price right now, we need to do a proposal review call. They fully expected everyone in the office for the prospect to say, no, we need the price right now. What did the prospect say? Sure. And then a month later, they actually emailed and said, really well done on the job you did, presenting the overall value of your solution. Now that is in part down to how well the person did, but also it's due to following a process. So, set up a process, do a proposal review call, have agreed next steps all the way to closure, remove the anxiety from your prospects' way of thinking about you as a person and your organization, and make more money.